I want to give C.J. Stroud a lot of credit. He did have his sophomore year. He didn't have the better season going into his second year. His freshman year was definitely his better season. He had a great season. And he didn't throw the ball a lot. He was 19 for 28, 245 yards. Joe Mixon did run for 88 yards, something that the Texans couldn't do really over the last year, with obviously a different running back, a guy that Devin Singletary, who's running for the New York Giants. So we all know what he is. Mixon's a better running back. And C.J. Stroud actually ran the ball pretty well in that game as well. I thought it was incredible going into Kansas City, a young team like that, and putting up a better game. C.J. Stroud played better than Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, I don't care what anybody says, Patrick Mahomes has not been the quarterback that we keep talking about, an MVP candidate. Do you know he's probably going to be in the top 6 for the voting for MVP, and he doesn't deserve it? He was 16 for 25, 177 yards, and 1 touchdown. Those are not screaming numbers, guys. Travis Kelce had a good game. Good for him. He finally showed up in a playoff game. 7 receptions for 117 yards and 1 touchdown. Nobody else showed up to the game. Nobody. Kareem Hunt, 8 carries, 44 yards. Yeah, he had a touchdown. It was an easy run. And then you have Isaiah Pacheco. Isaiah Pacheco had 5 carries for 18 touches, 18 yards. That's not enough. They had no secondary offense. There was nothing. If the defense didn't play their asses off, and they did, and Chandler Jones has a lot to do with it. Chandler Jones was all over the field. This is why he's an all-pro. This is why he's a Pro Bowler. This is why he's a Hall of Famer. This is why he got paid in the offseason. Because without him, this defense doesn't move. But I'm going to tell you this. George Karlaftis was unbelievable. Unbelievable. This guy had 3 sacks. 3 sacks in the game. He was all over the place. But the reason why he had 3 sacks in the game is because Chandler Jones was getting double teamed, sometimes triple teamed. So Karlaftis was not being even, he was being single covered all over the field. They were moving him. They were shifting on one side and the other. It was incredible. And I'm going to say this. If Kansas City is going to win a Super Bowl this year, it's going to have nothing to do with the offense. It's going to have everything to do.
It was Chris Jones, not Chandler Jones.
You know what I mean, Chris Jones. But Chandler Jones, Chris Jones. They could use Chandler Jones too. But Chris Jones was sensational. He's an all-pro, Pro Bowler. He's fantastic. And there's a lot of reasons why he got a lot of money in the offseason. They extended him for a 3-year deal. I expect him to finish his career with the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't know if Spagnuolo will be there next year. He is still interviewing. I know he's not getting the Jet job. We will get into that a little bit later in the show. But I was impressed with the defense. I am not impressed with this offense. And if this offense plays again the way they played in the divisional game, well, they're going to go home because the Bills are not going to have it. I know they're going to be playing in Kansas City, and the Kansas City fans are going to be on their side. The Bills are not going to go in there and being pushed around like they've done or have been screwed around with by the referees over the years. This is a good team, the Buffalo Bills, and we will get into that with the Ravens game. But it was a fun game to watch. I love watching C.J. Stroud. I think the Texans have a great future moving forward with the players that they have. Dell wasn't, obviously he got hurt at the end of the season. What Nico Collins is a beast. Schultz looks like he's one of the more underrated tight ends in the league. I mean, they've got weapons all over the field. I love what I've seen with this team. This team could be a Super Bowl contender next year. When was the last time you've seen Travis Kelce have over 117 yards in a game?
Yeah.
When was the last time you've seen it? I mean, that was what was so impressive. I did not expect Travis Kelce to put up a number like that. We did believe Taylor Swift was going to be jumping around in the press box, having a good old time. How many people, how many movie stars, how many singers were with her over in their press box? I was paying attention to that more than the Kansas City Chiefs offense, because the Kansas City Chiefs offense was Travis Kelce and Travis Kelce only. Correct. That was it. There was nothing else.
Yep.
They're very well coached. DeMeco Ryan is a great coach. You could see what he is. You could see what he is calling on the sidelines. The players really drive to him. His personality after the game, he gives a shout out to his defense, a shout out to all his players. And that's what you want your coach. You want to believe in your coach. And I think DeMeco Ryan is a guy that you definitely will fall in love with. If you're a Texan fan, you should be very excited because you have somebody for the future where you can trust that this guy's going to figure it out. And I think they're going to be a contender for many, many years to come. I think this is the tail end of the Kansas City Chiefs franchise as far as winning, this winning mentality. I'm not saying Patrick Mahomes, they're not going to build a team around him for the future, but usually you could see Travis Kelce, this could be his final year. A lot of these players, Chris Jones could decide after this year if they win a Super Bowl or if they fall short. This is it. It's over for me. I'm getting old. My body's starting to wear and tear. We've seen a lot of players decide to part ways. Trent McDuffie is going to be a free agent soon. Are they going to keep him? Are they going to be able to keep him? Are they going to be able to re-sign him after giving Patrick Mahomes the contract that they gave him? There's a lot of questions to this team, and they might decide, hey, you know what? We're going to build around Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. How do we know that Andy Reid isn't going to decide, okay, I'm done. I want to walk away. I did my winning. I've won 3 Super Bowls. Maybe my 4th, 3 in a row. Nobody's ever done that. All right, I'm done. I'm good. I've won enough.